Hi everyone, so today this is going to be a very quick tutorial on how to use one of this router or router, depending on what country you're coming from, as a Wi-Fi extender. I've got a PlusNet router, but don't worry about that, you can use any router. So if you've got one of these routers or router and you're thinking of throwing it away, probably won't think twice about it, because you can basically extend or boost up your Wi-Fi signal if you've got a weak Wi-Fi signal in one of your rooms. So let's go ahead and show you how to do this. It's very quick and easy. So first of all, what you're going to do is plug in your power supply, which is what I'm doing now. And once you've done that, you will see, I think all routers should have a reset button. So according to PlusNet, you have to press and hold this little tiny button for 20 seconds until that light in front of it goes green. Once it goes green, then you can take your hands off the button, then it will go blue, and once it goes blue, it means the router or the router has been reset, and we can connect it to the computer and start configuring it. So here we go, we've got the green light here. I'm gonna wait for it to go blue. Here we go, so we've got the blue light here, it's all clear. So we're gonna go ahead and connect the DSL cable to the DSL port on the router, which is connected to the main internet source on your wall. So now we've got a DSL cable plugged into the wall. What we need to do now is connect one of these Ethernet cable to one of the yellow ports on the router, and then connect it to the computer so we can start configuring the router from the computer. So over the computer, as you can see, I've turned on my internet connection. I'm using a Mac here, so what I'm going to do is try and find the IP address of the router. Then I can log on to the router. So if I open network preferences, if you're on Windows, I'm sure you can do this by opening the command line and typing in, is it ipconfig? Yeah, so it's ipconfig/o. Then basically just do a Google on how to find my router IP address, and you should be able to find it. I think on Mac you can do the same as well. There's something called ifconfig, but I'm just gonna go on here. So I click on Ethernet because I'm connected to the Ethernet cable. It tells me the router IP address. I'm going to copy this here. I'll open up my browser, put in the IP address. So you get this thing here, the router interface. What you want to do here is go into advanced settings. It's probably going to ask you for a password. So you go to home networks from advanced settings, then IP addresses. Then from IP addresses, you want to change the IP address to something like 200. Could be a range between 1 and 255. But just choose around 200 so you will be safe. The reason why I'm saying 200 is because you don't want this router's IP address to be conflicting with the main router IP address. Basically, you don't want both of them to have the same IP address, otherwise you have issues. So change it to something between 100 and 200 and you'll be safe. You also want to disable the DHCP server, so this router doesn't start giving out assigning IP addresses to devices that connect to it. So we're going to go ahead and click on apply, but before you click apply, take note of the new IP address you've assigned to the router, because you will not be able to access the interface through the old IP address. It will be accessible through the new IP address you've assigned to. So as you can see here, I can't access the interface through the old IP address. So I'll have to go through the new IP address, which is 192.168.1.200. Then yeah, here we go. Then you click on settings. The password again. Click on advanced settings. I don't save it. You want to go to wireless. So again, this might be different from depending on the router you're using, but you just need to find it. It won't take you long, just a few clicks, and you should be able to find it. What you want to do here is change this SSID here to match your current broadband SSID. What I'm going to do, because we're doing a test here, I'm not going to do that. I'll probably change it to, let's say, new underscore. I'll just call it extended. Oh, wow, extended yeah, Wi-Fi. And mind you, this is the 2G one, so I'll do 2.2. This is 2.4G, so I'll just do 2.4. I'll change the password to 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I'll click on apply. Yeah, this is just for testing purposes. So, obviously, when you're doing your actual one, you don't want to put 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. You want to put a secure password. Actually, you might want to put the same password as your current Wi-Fi password, so that people don't get re-authenticate. People don't have to re-authenticate each time they want to connect to it. So click accept. Yeah. Basically, what we're going to do is connect the router that we just configured to our existing router, so we can boost the internet connection. So let's move over to my camera. So we have to connect the Ethernet cable to any of the Ethernet ports of your existing router, and connect it to any of the Ethernet port of the new configured router here, as you can see. Once you've done that, then you can take off the DSL cable. You can unplug the DSL cable from that the new configured router. So the only thing connected to the new router should be the new Ethernet cable, which you've connected to the your existing router. So once you've done all of that, you can go over to your computer or any device and start connecting to the new Wi-Fi endpoint. So now that we've done that, we're going to come back and turn on our Wi-Fi, and hopefully we should see the extended Wi-Fi. There we go. So we click on extended Wi-Fi 2.4G. We put in the password, which is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Click on join. If it's all good, we should have all the bars here. Here we go. So if I click on go on Google, here we go. I've got my Google here. Still connected to the internet. And as you can see, I'm connected to the extended Wi-Fi 2.4. Actually, no. Let's do a speed test. Because this router is close to my computer, I'm gonna do a speed test and see what's the difference. So I'll just type in speed test. I'm gonna run speed test on here. So I'm getting around 53.3 down speed. I'm getting a 4.3, 4.9 up speed. So I'm gonna connect to my router, the 2.4G on my router, and run the test again. Well, they're all in the same room, so you probably won't see much of a difference. We're getting 51.4 here. We're getting 51.4 down speed, and we're getting 2.63 up speed here once we connected to my existing router. So as you can see, since we're much more closer to the new router, we were able to get, well, our internet speed was a bit faster. Yeah, I hope this video has been helpful. If you've got a question, leave it in the comment section. Also like this video, and thanks for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.